morning, Year 4. I hope you're all okay. I just want to say firstly, before we start our maths lesson today, is how fantastic you are all doing with your work so far. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. I know it's difficult and I know it's different, but you're doing really, really well. So today's lesson, as you can see on the screen, is adding and subtraction, not subtracting a 3-digit and a 2-digit number. So if you would like to get your math strategies out and you would like to write a title on the page and also the date, which is the 25th of the 1st, 2021. So if you want to pause the video and do that for me now, please, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so we are ready. Let's have a look at our Discover. So we've got a little bit of a map, and it shows you a journey that someone's made from Weston-super-Mare to Bath to Leicester, or vice versa, Leicester, Bath, Weston-super-Mare. So question 1A, it says, Holly drives from Leicester to Bath, then she drives to Weston-super-Mare. So on the map in orange, you can see from Leicester to Bath is 141 miles. Can you now have a look at the map and see what the journey is from Bath to Weston-super-Mare? Have a look at it, pause the video, and have a look to see what that journey is. Fantastic. So you can see from Bath to Weston-super-Mare is 47 miles. Now, the question we've got to work out is, how many miles is Holly's total journey? So she's going from Leicester to Bath, then she drives to Weston-super-Mare. So are we adding the miles together, or are we taking away? We've got to work out the whole amount of the journey. Perfect. So we've got to add 141 to 47. First thing I would like you to do in your book is write Leicester to Bath, Leicester or Bath to Leicester, and write down the mileage, and Weston-super-Mare to Bath. Can you write that mileage down to remind you of the miles that is going to be added together? Can you do that for me now? Pause the recording. Wonderful. Okay, so what you should have is something like my screen here. So Weston-super-Mare to Bath is 47 miles, and Bath to Leicester is 141 miles. Perfect. Okay, so what are we adding? What are we adding? Perfect. We are adding these two together. So we're adding 141 and 47 miles. We need to find out our total. We know our two parts, 141 and 47. So we could fill out this part whole model here. So we've got 141 and we've got 47. So we know our two parts at the moment, we don't know our whole, okay? So using your deans, I would like you to show me 141 miles and 47 miles. Can you show me with your deans? Can you lay them out on the table or wherever you're working, 141 and 47 with your deans? Okay, so pause the recording and do that for me now. Perfect. So what you should have now is you should have 100 and 4 tens and 1 1, adding 4 tens and 7 ones. So let's count together how many ones we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more is 8. And we've also got, how many tens have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens. And how many hundreds? 100. So the total mileage is 188. So let's check that we're right by doing the 100 tens and ones column. You pause the video, can you do 100 tens and ones column method using these two numbers? Can you do that for me now? Perfect. Perfect. So as you can see from mine, just put the screen, is we have got the same answer. 1 add 7 is 8, 4 add 4 is 8, and 100 is 1. So we can now add our whole, can't we? One part is 141, another part is 47, our whole is 188. So 141 add 47 is 188. Perfect. Let's have a look now at the next question. Let's have a look at the next question. Okay, so we've got the screen back now. Let's have a look at our next question. So B, she has driven 11 miles from Leicester. How far has she got left to get to Bath? Well, we know that from Leicester to Bath, it's 141 miles. It's telling us that she's already drove 11 miles. So do we need to take away or add that journey on? So if you think about the journey being this long and she's already made this much progress, have we took away some of the journey? We haven't added on, have we? We've taken away some of the journey. So this one is a takeaway. So on your paper now, I would like you to write the amount of miles it is from Leicester to Bath, which, as you can see at the top of your page on your jotter, or even on the map in front of us, we know that it's 141. Now we're taking away 11. So on your paper, I want you to show me what that looks like with your deans, and I also want you to add the parts on the whole into your part whole. So if you could do that for me now, and then we'll return to the whiteboard for me to show you and to share. Wonderful. Okay, so same as before. So we've got Bath to Leicester is 141. We know that he's already travelled 11 miles, so we need to take that away. We've already talked about that. So doing 141, take away 11 equals. So this shows my deans, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, 40, and 1, and we're taking away 11. So 1 10 and 1 1. We could also add it into this column, just because we want to think about ways that we can check our answer. We know our whole journey is 141, so I'm going to pop that in here. And we know that part of that journey has already been made, and that was 11 miles. So we can add that there. Okay, let's have a go at, shall we try the column method first? So pause the video and do the column method for me first, this one. Show me that one first. Perfect. Okay, let's see if you were right. Let's always start at the ones. We always start in our ones column, not our hundreds, just in case we need to rename. So 1 add 1 is 2, easy peasy. 4 add 1 is 4, add 1 is 5. 100 add nothing else is 100. Okay, let's do this one. Let's count our deans. So you should have them laid out on the table or carpet, wherever you're working. 1 add 1 is 2. Let's count our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100, 152. So our whole journey is now what's Mrs. Bostock done wrong? Let's have a look. What's Mrs. Bostock done? Can anybody tell? Perfect, I'm just checking to see if you was awake. We're not adding, we're taking away. And the reason why we knew that we'd gone wrong is if we had 152 in our part whole method, in our part whole there, this is less than our whole. So that couldn't be right. So we know we've gone wrong somewhere if we've got a bigger number here than our whole. So let's do that again. Let's cross this out, because that's wrong. That is not right. Remember, we are taking away. One take away 1 is 1, and another 1, and 1 take away 1 is 0, isn't it? 1 take away 1 is 0. 1 take away 1 is 0. 4 take away 1 is 3. And carry our 1 down, 130. Let's try this one. 1 take away 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Take away 1 is 3. And our 100 goes down. So in this whole part here is 130. How do you think we could check that that's right, looking at our part-whole method? What could we do to check it's right? We could do the inverse, couldn't we? We could add it now just to check that we are right. So we could add these two together to make sure that our whole is 141. Should we try it? 130, add 11, 0 add 1 is 0 add 1 is 1, 3 add 1 is 4, 1 add nothing is 1, 141. So to check, you've got all of these methods, these 3 methods that we're really good at now, using our Deans, using our column method, using our part-whole. Well, the way to check that you're right is also doing the inverse, which is adding them together or taking them whichever you did first. So you can always tell that you are right because your total has got to be more than your 2 parts because you're adding them together. Right then, okay, so let's go on to our think together. So it says Jack has already driven 74 miles on his way to Cardiff from Norwich. So have a look at the map. How far is it from Cardiff to Norwich? It is 274 miles. You can see that in orange. So he's already drove 74 miles. So like before, if we imagine this pencil being 274 miles long, he's already drove 74 miles. So are we adding on to the journey or are we taking away? We're taking away 74, aren't we? Well done. So it's asking you to do your column method. So we know the whole journey is 274. I'm going to write that in my part-whole method. Just get a red pen. Let me stop screen sharing. Bear with me. Okay, so in your book, we know that the whole journey is 274. So I can write that in my part-whole. And we know that he's already drove 74 miles, so this is a part. What it's asking you to do is your column method. So what would we have at the top? What are we doing? We are taking 74 away from 274. So 274. And we are taking away 74 miles. Okay? So let's do it together. What's 4 take away 4? If I've got 4 fingers and I chop them all off, how many have I got left? 0. 4 take away 4 is 0. 7 take away 7. 7 take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 0. Take away nothing is 2. So my journey left after doing 74 already is 200. So here in my part-whole, I can have 200. So one part is 74, one part is 200. My whole is 274. And you can also do it in Deans if you. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the next question. The next question, let's have a look at that one. So the next question is, Kay has driven 21 miles already. How much of the journey is left? Can you complete that takeaway for me? So 21 miles already been driven. We know that the total journey is 274. Can you do that for me now, please? Sorry, not 274. So the whole, if you look at the from Newcastle to Sheffield or Sheffield to Newcastle, you can see that is 133 miles. She's already driven 21 miles. So in your 110s and ones column, can you write 133? And you are taking 21 away. Can you do that for me now, please? Represent it in your book using your 100, 10s and 1s. Wonderful. So I've wrote it in here, and so should you have done. So let's check if you're right. You check you're right. 3 take away 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. 1 take away nothing is 1. So she has got 112 miles left on her journey. So one part is 21, one part is 112. My total is 133. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the next question, and then you're going to go into your practice book. So let's just do the next question together. Okay, so this time it is London to Manchester and Manchester to Blackpool. It says what is the total of their journey. So we've got 2 parts that you need to add together. What are those 2 parts? Have a look at the mileage. So we've got 209 miles from London to Manchester, and then we've got 52 miles from Manchester to Blackpool. Can you write those 2 amounts into your 100, 10s and 1s column for me, please? Wonderful. Okay, so what you should have is your 100, 10s and 1s column. 9 add 2 is, pick up 9, 9, 10, 11. Oh, but I can't put 11 1s into my 1s column. Why? Perfect, because I've made 1 10. So 10 1s is 10, and I've got 11, so I've got 1 10. So I need to put that into my 10s column. And always remember it. Don't forget that you put it there. 0 add 5 is 5. Add 1 more is 6. Oh, sorry, I put this one. 9 take away 2. 9 add 2 is 11, so I need to put my 1 in here and then carry my 1 10 over here. 5 add 1 is 6. Carrying 2 down. So the total miles that they have done is 261. Perfect. Right, okay. What I need you to do now is have a go at your practice book. So you are having a go in your Year 3 Practice Book 3A, and you are having a go at page 63. I would like you to do 1A and 1B. And number two. Don't worry about number 3 and 4. If you want to, please do have a go. I would only really expect you to do number 1, A and B, and number 2. Okay, so page 63. Adding and subtracting a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number. Okay, have a go, see how you get on. Hope that was helpful. Keep looking back at your jotter of all the notes that you've made, and that will help you. Remember, when you're renaming, make sure you remember what you've took into that column. Don't forget that. And use your deans. Make sure you use your deans. Try to use all the other methods just to check that you're right. So you could do the inverse. So if you're taking away, you could add them together, check the answer then. Or you could use your 100, 10s and 1s column, you do column method, or you can do your deans. Just try it in lots and lots of different ways. Okay, have a go. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Toodaloo.